Earth's windy skies, 1,000 miles in space, the Astronomical Space Observatory Starlab lazily drifts in orbit. Research teams aboard have detected strange solar activity on Earth's sun. Space Exploration Team John Graydon and Buddy Griff are sent to investigate and face a bizarre encounter.
We're being pulled off course. The compass has gone berserk. Buddy, what the devil is that? Where did that come from? It's huge. Whatever it is, we're being pulled towards it. Hang on, Skipper. We're on a collision course with it.
Delta One is mysteriously pulled aboard an alien planetoid.
I am Tsar Konar, commander of the Markab Confederacy, 5th galaxy of Tremion. You are intruder.
Buddy, are you all right? Run for it, Skip. I'll handle these things.
Resisting, Buddy Griff creates a diversion, allowing John Graydon to escape from the alien planetoid aboard the Delta One spaceship.
Starlab Control, this is Delta One. Come in, Starlab Control.
Starlab Control, Delta One. Where have you been? You've been off our scope for an hour.
The planetoid. Tim was right. It does exist. There are aliens. I've been overtaken.
John Graydon, shaken by the alien encounter, returns to Starlab in Part 2 of The Sun Stealers on Alien Worlds.
He's here, Dr. Cassidy. They're bringing Captain Graydon in now.
Okay, Tim, come on.
It's pretty strange, isn't it?
What, Tim?
Well, haven't you heard? I mean, something went wrong. They were overtaken by aliens. Buddy didn't get out.
I've only gotten the preliminary report. I'm not sure about any aliens yet.
Hi, Mara. Tim.
Jerry, where is he?
He's in the isolation airlock chamber.
How is he?
Doc Benson says he'll be all right. Radiation levels are minor, but there's enough present to leave him in the capsule for at least an hour. We need to run a couple more tests. You can talk to him on the intercom.
Good, Jerry. Tim, pull the Mycroft onboard computer tapes and begin decoding them. Better check over Delta One's flight recorders, too. Send all the information to the ISA.
All right.
John, thank God you're okay.
Mara, we're not alone out here. Buddy didn't make it out. He's inside an alien planetoid. It's draining the sun's energy.
Oh, take it easy, John. What's draining energy?
The Markabs.
What?
Oh, Mara, they're awful. Like insects, tall, very tall. I'd say maybe about 7 feet. Their bodies are black and shiny, claw-like hands, and large, radiating eyes.
Good Lord. Buddy, what about him? Is he...
About Buddy caused a diversion so I could escape. We've got to get back there and get him out.
Well, of course, John.
Dr. Cassidy, we have the ISA. We're feeding them to your televideo screen.
All right. I hope they've got a lead on all this.
Mara, we just got the reports. It's unbelievable. How's Graydon doing?
He's here in quarantine, Commissioner White. Listen, I trust you've received the flight tapes by now?
Yes, Ma. We haven't come up with anything solid yet, though. We're still trying to analyze all the information. But I'm afraid the computers at Jardel Institute have given us a new prediction.
What are you talking about?
Well, Doctor, according to them, we have less than 9 hours before the sun reaches a point of non-recovery. There's really not enough time for us physically to analyze and return you all that data.
So what does that mean?
Well, Ma, I'm afraid you're on your own. It's up to your people at Starlab to stop those aliens.
Their eyes turn instinctively toward a dimming ball of fire hanging in space. The sun is fading, dying, and with it the future of Earth. The hopes of a planet ride upon their shoulders as they prepare an opposition against alien worlds. Alien Worlds continues. the life expectancy of Earth has been reduced to 9 hours as our sun fades into obscurity. Alien creatures, revealed as the Marcab Confederacy, continue to drain our solar energy. Starlab Research Director Mara Cassidy, along with her assistant Tim and Space Exploration Captain John Graydon, are the only ones who can stop the Marcabs, if indeed they can be stopped.
Oh, John. Well, come on in. Glad to see you out of quarantine.
That makes 2 of us, Mara.
How are you feeling?
Much better, thanks.
Good. Can you recreate for me just exactly what happened to you and Griff aboard Delta One?
Well, we were within the ecliptic range of the sun about 5 minutes out, and we were getting ready for our first photo scan pass.
Yes?
All of a sudden, our radios went dead. Instruments, everything. We completely lost all power.
Mm-hmm.
Then we spotted this incredible object about 5 kilometers in diameter, a metallic, black, with a large disc on top.
And then?
We lost control of the ship, and we were drawn into the object. We took about 6 Gs. Buddy blacked out. Next thing I knew, we were taken off the ship by the aliens that I told you about. They told us they were mining the sun's energy.
But how?
I don't know.
Oh, Tim. Good. You've got the Mycroft report? What's wrong? You're white as a sheet.
That thing out there is the cosmic wonder of all time.
Tell me about it.
What did you find?
Well, the Mycroft computer came through like Captain Video. Solar depth sensors, heat generation refractions, course deviations, wavelength correlations, video scan of the planetoid.
Tim, get to the bloody point. What did you find?
Basic theory of electromagnetic energy, Dr. Cassidy.
Electromagnetic energy?
Yes, that's right. The alien planetoid is an electromagnetic field extracting ultraviolet radiation through infrared oscillation.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, it means the Marcabs are drawing ultraviolet light energy and converting it to a form of electricity.
That would explain the invisibility. The radiation creates a massive shield around them which blends with the sun's rays.
Exactly. That's why only the MPI picked it up originally on the infrared screens.
That's very interesting.
That's not all. The tractor beam that pulled you into the planetoid was also magnetically energized.
I see. Well, that would explain the compass going crazy just before we lost control.
Wait. That's it.
What?
We haven't got much time. Tim, get over to the Hydro Lab. Have them assemble a 50-megawatt portable CMG. We'll use the Michelson interferometer principle.
A counter-magnetic generator, of course. A beam splitter. Oh, brilliant, Doctor. I'll meet you two in the briefing room in 20 minutes.
I think you two blew a capacitor in your brains. You've lost me. I'm just a space pilot.
And that's just exactly what we need you to be, John. It's a long shot, but it's the only one we've got. An 1880 theory that could put the Marcabs right out of business. Come on. I'm going over to the lab. We need to get together Delta One. We're going into that planetoid. If this works, John, we may be able to turn the Marcab energy field back on top of them. If I can figure out a way to deactivate the pressor beam. Do you think you can get us back in?
Yes, I'm sure of it. But we'll need some kind of an escort to create a diversion. I'll go up to Mission Control and recruit a few pilots from Stargazer 1.
Okay. I'll meet you in briefing within half an hour.
As time continues to slip into the past, the future draws closer, their design to dethrone the Marcab power. A tenuous betide to the indelible. Meanwhile, planetoid captive Buddy Griff remains a solitary man to an alien world.
Earthman intruder, your resistance to our way is useless.
You don't give us any choice, Konar. By our very nature, we're survivors. We must resist.
Ours is to destroy that which resists.
Why do you have to destroy everything? Don't you guys know how to create?
Our system of long ago was the victim of devastating destruction. We have long since created the power to never again be victims. It is the way of the Cord.
The Cord?
The rule of Marcab supremacy in the universe. to destroy.
Oh, it sounds like a case of bad karma, Doc.
I do not understand.
I can't believe I've actually gone over your 7-foot head. Karma is the...
Take him away.
Hey, what are you doing?
You too shall be destroyed. We are the rulers of the light. Yours shall be the world of darkness.
No, you'll never get away with this, Konar. My people will be back. You're all lunatics.
Can't be no credit.
That's what this is all about.
All right. You fellas have been asked to fly this mission based on your experience as fighter pilots. Now, we've programmed D-28 missiles aboard your ships for a diversion ploy on the Markabs. Hopefully, the counter-orbital passes will cause enough confusion to allow us time to land Delta One inside. Now, if we're not out by the 20-minute limit, you're instructed to launch full Titan Helitrobus missiles into the side of the Markab planetoid, and then return to Starlab. Any questions? Okay. We'll launch in 8 minutes. Synchronized watches, 1,600 hours, 22 minutes, and 15 seconds. Mark. See you guys on the 50-yard line.
As Starlab pilots prepare the final assault on the alien encounter, a galaxy clings to the hope of triumph on alien worlds. Alien Worlds continues. The Markab aliens must be stopped. Their effect on Earth's sun is tantamount to galactic devastation. Starlab mounts the final front as John, Tim, and Mara prepare to effect the aliens' demise.
T-minus 27 seconds and counting. Already.
Okay, Captain. The device is on board.
Good. Mora, would you strap yourself in, please? Mission Control, Delta One, on the grid for 028, trajectory on 1775.
Mission Control, this is Firefly 2. We're at interdict on 505. Locked on configuration 1520 with Delta One leader, Vector 9.
Captain John Graydon prepares the leading assault on the Markab Confederacy. Mara Cassidy and Tim ready themselves for the alien confrontation.
All right, Tim, let's go over the mechanics of the CMG beam splitter.
I have the timing device set for 18 minutes on the detonator. When it triggers, it'll pull every bit of energy within a radius of 5 kilometers into the magnet center. The energy overload will create a chain reaction. As the alien storage collector beam split, it'll blow them right out of the galaxy.
Good. John, during the time the device triggers, we'll lose all magnetically operated instruments.
You mean I should be ready to fly Delta One by the seat of my pants, so to speak?
Hey, I like that. By the seat of my pants.
It's an old term used when flying airplanes without instruments, Tim.
You used to fly airplanes?
Oh, John's a pilot of many experiences, Tim, including pilot commander for the Jupiter 1 mission.
Really? Oh, gee, that must have been some flight.
Yeah, Mora remembers that one, don't you, Mora? She was our science officer, and a good one, too.
That was my introduction to the ISA, and the last time I saw my father alive.
Pardon me for asking, Doctor, but what happened to your father? On Altair, I mean.
My father was chief science officer for NASA. They were conducting neutron laser tests in zero gravity. He was setting up the guide path for the beam's target. Buddy Griff pre-detonated the laser's timing mechanism. My father was killed.
Mara, listen, it's time you knew. That's not really what happened. It wasn't Buddy's mistake.
What are you talking about? The report said that...
I know all about the report. It was an accident, that's true. But your father miscalculated the laser's initial impact strength on the beam's path. The device was hot, overheated from testing all day. The heat triggered the premature detonation, not Buddy.
How do you know all this?
From Dr. Solomon, the project coordinator. He told me the whole story shortly after it happened. But he never said a word about it to anyone, including me.
But it wasn't in the report. Why?
Because Buddy wouldn't allow it in the report. Since your dad was a notable scientist, Buddy took full responsibility for his mistake, to clear his record.
Why didn't Buddy tell me the truth?
He's a strange guy. Buddy's a rebel, but he's also guided by a strong sense of honor.
I see.
All right, if you two are ready, I've got to get our act together before our Marcab madmen discover we're here.
Commander Konar, enemy ships are approaching Voltar. Enemy vessels? More intruders? Who are they? They are of undetermined origin, but they appear to have an Earthcraft configuration. Launch the Voltanians. Destroy them at once. Interceptors launched on enemy targets. Closing.
Captain, on the probe screen.
Good eye, Tim. The Marcabs have obviously spotted us. This is Delta One leader to strike force. Okay, you guys. Looks like this is the 50-yard line. Execute ZK-15s now.
Got him, Captain. Got you covered. Now fly that rascal right down their throats. This is Firefly 2, on the lead. Okay, boys, slow your computer better. 0905. Roger, this is Moderator 1, Galaxy 9. You've got a hot screamer at 6 o'clock. Roger, Moderator. This is Firefly. We've got you covered, Galaxy 9. Thanks, Firefly. Hey, these guys might die. That was damn good. Right, Galaxy 9. This ain't no turkey shoot.
Well, looks like you've got your diversion, Captain.
Right. And there's the planetoid.
It really is incredibly large.
Oh my God.
Hang on. We're going down. Mara, I sure hope your rig nullifies that tractor beam.
Tim, program the key code.
5513. Lock. Energize. Lock, Captain. We should be clear of any field wave.
Good. So much for part one. Now all we gotta do is find the right place to sit down. There's the opening.
Radar configurations check out. There's the coordinates given on the open side. Mycroft's computations are correct.
I love you, Mycroft.
Not bad for an expensive adding machine.
Mycroft's a lot more than that, Captain.
Just kidding, Tim. Hang on. We're setting Delta One right in that pigeonhole. Okay, let's get this over with. Here, help me with the CMG. Okay. All right, you both have your communicators?
Yeah.
All right, Tim, you'll bring the CMG with me. Mora, you guard Delta One. And if you run into any trouble, you call us. You've got your lasertron, right?
Right.
All right, don't be afraid to use it if you have to.
I'm ready, Captain.
We'll set up the jamming device. Then I'm going to try and find Buddy. Okay, Tim, let's go.
Good luck.
Good grief. Did they have to make this thing so heavy?
Oh, God, it's cold in here. Oh, this place is amazing. I've got to get some pictures of this interior. Someone's coming.
We'll look down this corridor. Let's look over here. Very well. The Earthcraft, it's back. And the prisoner has escaped. Where is he? Somewhere in this quadrant. I'll look for him. Call the guards. Find the other Earthlings. Quick, the alarm.
Captain Graydon, come in. John.
Yes, Mora.
They know we're here. I just saw two of them. They said something about an escaped prisoner.
That can Buddy,
What do you want me to do?
check your locator. Make sure you don't get lost, and then go for it, Mara. Follow them. Be careful. If you find Buddy, call me.
Okay.
Earthman, so you think you can escape? You cannot hide from Gargon.
Oh, hey, hiya, Chief. Hide me? Nah. I was just giving you a little exercise, you know? It's sort of keeping you on your toes.
Your spacecraft has returned.
Returned? Delta One? What do you mean?
He means...
Hey, all right, lady. Pretty fair shooting. You're just in time. I was just in the middle of escaping. Where's John? You didn't fly here by yourself, did you?
Oh, no. He and Tim are down in the power collecting room. We brought a CMG to blow this place to kingdom come.
CMG. What's that, one of your toys?
It's a counter-magnetic generator. We think it'll counteract the method the Markabs are using to draw energy from the sun. And then-
Sweetheart, save it. Maybe later, over dinner, perhaps?
Oh, that's right. We better get out of here.
Hopefully not any too soon. Now, quick, down this corridor.
How much longer, Tim?
Just 2 more connections here. Hand me those leads.
Tim, you're shaking like a leaf.
Yeah, I know. I just hate working under this much pressure.
Well, now's a fine time to cop to that one.
I'm okay. There. That's it.
I wonder where Mara is. I can't raise her on the communicator.
Should I set the timer now? We'll have 18 minutes, you know.
Yes, set it. You get back to Delta One, and I'll head back the other way. And then if
Captain, watch out!
Stop! Surrender!
I never knew you had it in you.
I can't believe I did that!
All right, set the timer. Let's get out of here.
Set!
There they are! Stop them!
Quick, Tim, this way!
John and Tim find themselves trapped by the Markabs. The CMG timer has been set. Only precious moments remain before a deadly explosion.
Look! There's Buddy!
Hey, all right, John!
Buddy, thank God. Where's Mara?
Back at Delta One.
We've only got 2 minutes!
Hurry!
Get on board, Mara.
Okay, everyone. We're not out of this yet. Buddy, fire module 1.
Right, Skip.
I'll take the rocket guns and hold them off.
Lift. We have made ignition. Clearing the planetoid. Oh, yeah!
CMG detonation 15 seconds.
Telemetry 4+4. Stand by to hit faster than light speed.
Check. FTL, primary ignition.
10 seconds to detonation.
FTL, main power. Now!
We're clear! We've made it! Oh, thank God!
CMG detonation 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There they go.
It worked!
Of course it worked!
And so we bid farewell to the Gusamines as they and their planetoid sink slowly into the west, and the east, and the north.
Together, a small group of people with tremendous courage and confidence have saved Earth from the threat of eternal darkness. The Markab sun miners have been destroyed soon enough to allow the sun's own energy to regain its mighty power. The heroism of Delta One's mission has relieved the galaxy from the peril of alien worlds. Alien Worlds was created, produced, and directed by Lee Hansen. Associate producer, Jeff Allen. Our engineer was Stu Jacobs. Production coordinator, Aaron O'Neill. Produced and distributed by Watermark Incorporated. Executive producer, Tom Rounds. Above the Earth, lazily rotating through the silent voids of space, is the Arthur C. Clarke Astronomical Observatory, Starlab. Here, Earth's International Space Authority, ISA, watches over countless uncharted galaxies and the planets that lie within their star-clustered borders. One of those planets is Tinian 3, site of the top-secret Starsmith project. Beyond the atmosphere of Tinian 3, a sudden, unexplainable incident whose momentum will soon carry Starlab Research Director Maura Cassidy, Captains John Graydon and Buddy Griff, and the Starsmith project itself into the unknown territory of Alien Worlds.
Unidentified ship at 168 degrees, bearing 1,000 meters and closing. Over. Roger, Xanadu. I'm picking it up too. Switch to visual. Let's have a look at her. Over. Roger, we've got it on the visual. Oh my God, it's enormous. El Dorado, do you recognize the markings? Over. Negative, Xanadu. Wait a minute, Bill. I'm picking up a tractor beam generator impulse from the UFO. They've locked onto us, Xanadu. They're overriding our shielding circuits. Bill, I see another tractor beam nozzle. Get out of here. Dive. Xanadu, we're inside the UFO. They're closing the hatch on us. I can see. Starlab Control, this is the Xanadu trainer. We have a condition red alert. Repeat, red alert. Coordinates 595. Do you read? Over.
Starlab Control to Xanadu Trader. Starlab Control to Xanadu Trader. There's too much static on this frequency. Switch to Subchannel 4.
Roger, Starlab Control, Subchannel 4. How do you read me now? Over.
4 by, loud and clear. Go ahead.
We've just been attacked by an unidentified alien vessel. Huge. Twice the size of a Viking-class cruiser.
What's your location, Xanadu?
We're orbiting in a descent vector over Tinian 3. Triangulator coordinates 595.
Any damage?
Negative, but the other freighter is gone. The El Dorado. She was orbiting with us.
Destroyed?
No, the alien didn't fire a shot. They locked onto the El Dorado with a tractor beam and took her aboard through some kind of recovery hatch.
What was the El Dorado's cargo?
Same as mine. Classified hardware for the Starsmith project.
That's right, Commissioner. The alien was after both of them. The captain of the Xanadu Trader said if he hadn't taken evasive action, the tractor beam would have snatched him too.
Well, I don't know how they found out, but it's obvious the aliens knew exactly what those two freighters were carrying.
What makes you think so, Commissioner?
Well, dozens of commercial vessels use the Tinian 3 shipping lanes every day, Maura. All of them filled to the bulkheads with priceless cargo. Yet this alien goes after the only two ships carrying classified scientific equipment of the Starsmith project. So somewhere, somehow, there's been a security leak.
Well, what do you want us to do?
Where are Graydon and Griff?
They're out patrolling the Corona Echo intersect in Delta 1.
Well, call them back to Starlab. I'll be up on the next shuttle.
All right, yes, sir. Jerry.
Yes, Maura.
Contact Delta 1. I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, Maura. Delta 1 coming up.
the echo pattern on G monitor. The diameter of the Corona Major star cloud is nearly 3 parsecs bigger than it was a year ago.
Huh. Well, that's what evolution is all about, buddy. Constant change. Limitless expansion. I wonder what Copernicus and Galileo would have done if they knew just exactly how...
Starlab Control to Delta 1. Starlab Control to Delta 1.
Delta 1 to Starlab Control. Go ahead, Jerry.
Buddy, John, return to Starlab immediately. ISA orders.
Wow, Skipper, talk about evolution. It sounds like Jerry's turned into the sweetheart of Sigma 5.
I heard that.
Very funny, buddy. But the joke will be on you if you're not here when Commissioner White arrives.
Oh, the Commissioner White? Star of stage, screen, and telescan monitor?
John, what's wrong with Buddy? Too much nitrous oxide in his oxygen?
Too much stargazing, Mora. It finally got to a likely story. What's the problem, Mora? Why is the commissioner coming up?
ISA thinks there's been a security leak at the Starsmith project on Timian 3. That's all I know.
The Starsmith project.
All right, Mora. We're on our way. Delta 1 out.
A huge alien spacecraft hijacks a freighter in the shipping lanes over Timian 3. A second freighter barely escapes. The cargo of both vessels? Classified scientific equipment for the Starsmith project. A secret ISA installation on Timian 3. A lonely, Earth-like planetoid orbiting at the threshold of alien worlds. Continues. A freighter hijacking over Timian 3 by a mysterious alien ship and the suspicion of a security leak at ISA's top-secret Starsmith project on Timian brings Captain John Grayton and Buddy Griff back to Starlab from a routine surveying mission.
I never heard of the Starsmith project, Mora. What is it?
Search me, buddy.
Well, I don't mind if I do.
John, I think we'd better depressurize Buddy's libido before it's too late.
Saved from a fate worse than death. Hiya, Commish.
Hello, Buddy. John, Mora.
Hello, Commissioner.
Have you told him about the freighter hijacking, Mora?
Yes, sir.
All right, here's the rest of it. 3 months ago, Professor Logan Starsmith came up with a workable blueprint for a new hyperdrive unit, the SPA-1, the Starsmith Parsec Accelerator. It won't replace the HD-4 units now in service, but used in conjunction with them, the SPA-1 will increase their power by a warp factor of 10.
A warp factor of 10? Well, that's a 5-magnitude increase.
That's right, John. Now, our defense system depends on having the fastest ships in the galaxy, and to prevent the SPA-1 from falling into the wrong hands, we've kept it under wraps. We even had the various components built at separate locations. Now, 2 weeks ago, we reopened the ISA Plasmatron laboratory on Timian 3 so Starsmith could assemble the unit. He took some of the components with him. The rest were aboard the Eldorado and the Xanadu Trader.
Well, how many people knew what the freighters were carrying?
Only Starsmith. The freighters were loaded 3 days ago. He ordered them up himself.
Well, when did you find out?
He didn't contact ISA until the ships were orbiting Timian.
Well, if there's been a security leak, Starsmith would seem to be the obvious suspect.
Oh, that's what we thought at first, but there's no motive. He's rich, respected, dedicated, completely devoted to his family. He's also one of those typically isolated geniuses whose concept of an alien is someone who sneaks into the country without a passport.
Oh, what do you want us to do?
Go to Timian 3. Bring back Starsmith. We'll keep him here till we can figure out what's going on. Besides, I think a few days' rest will do him good.
What makes you say that?
Well, something I learned this morning from his assistant, Frank Baxter. He and Starsmith were taking a walk last night when Starsmith stopped, stared up into the sky for a long time, and then he said, "All my children are dying." And then he started to cry.
Professor Starsmith, it's Frank.
I can't talk to you now, Frank.
It's important, Professor. A message from Star Lab.
What does it say? What do they want?
They're sending a ship for you.
For me? Why?
Professor, what's wrong? Haven't you slept? You look...
Look? How do I look, Frank? Old? Tired?
Professor, I was...
You what, Frank? Care about how I look? Why? When did the young ever care about the old?
Professor, you know, ever since last night...
Why are they taking me to Star Lab?
Well, in view of what happened yesterday, the commissioner feels you'll be a lot safer there.
Well, what about you?
I'll be all right. ISA is sending a fighter squadron to patrol Timian in case the alien does come back, but they don't want to take any chances where you're concerned. Besides, someone has to stay here and keep an eye on things.
All right. I'll go. I'm going to miss you, Frank. Are you still here?
Yes, Logan. I'm still here.
Then please finish with me for God's sake. I can't stand the pain.
An alien voice in the dark, a sudden swirl of shimmering golden rainbows, then silence, as Professor Logan Starsmith is drawn into the sunless void between board Delta One. John Graydon and Buddy Griff are crossing another void, the space between Starlab and Timian 3, a distance normally measured in days, about to be compressed into one measured in minutes.
Okay, buddy, let's start the switch over to hyperdrive. Pulse converters?
Pulse converters. Check.
Shift register circuits A through E.
A through E. Check.
Sequencer links to substatus screen.
Substatus screen. Check.
Primary and secondary parsec refractors.
Parsec refractors are in phase.
All right. Synchronize timers for a -15 interface, and hold on to your hat.
Timers are set and counting. Hat is firmly gripped. Check.
Oh, if only Werner von Braun could see us now.
Who knows, buddy? Someday if we stay in hyperdrive long enough, maybe he will.
We're through. There's Timian. You all right, Skipper?
Yeah, fine. How about you?
Okay. Except that now I'm 3 days late for my date with that cute little Mycroft technician.
3 days late?
Yeah. We were supposed to go out the day after tomorrow.
Right.
Roger, Delta One. Stay aboard. We'll rotate the pad. Professor Starsmith will be right there.
Roger, Timian Control. Tell them to use the starboard ramp. We've already got the hatch open.
Roger, Delta One. Personnel ramp 5. Professor?
All right, Lieutenant. Thank you.
You're sure you're all right, Professor?
Yes, Frank, I'm sure. I was just going through one of those neurotic episodes we so-called eccentric geniuses are famous for.
Well, I'll do my best to hold things together while you're gone.
Excuse me, Professor, but you'd better hurry. The magnetic storm we've been tracking is moving in fast. Another 15 minutes and you won't be able to launch.
I'll be in touch, Frank.
Goodbye, Professor. Take care of yourself.
Buddy, go back and sit with the professor during warp through. I can handle the switch over.
Yeah, I still can't believe that the guy who came up with the most fantastic parsec accelerator of all time has never been through parsec acceleration himself.
Yeah. I think men like him hide out in their private mathematical worlds because they're afraid of what their discoveries might lead to. Look at Einstein. He presented his atomic chain reaction theories to the government and was kept in the dark about the bomb until it was finished.
You know, it would be great if the professor had a really nifty daughter.
Any reason in particular, aside from the obvious ones?
Mm-hmm. We'd never get tired of each other. As long as the professor was there to keep shuffling time around.
it would always be love at first sight.
Buddy, please see about making the professor comfortable.
Right, Skip.
How you doing, Professor? A little nervous, but other than that, I'm fine. Well, you'll experience a little blurred vision at light speed, but that'll clear up as soon as we warp through. Don't worry about a thing. I'll be right here beside you all the way. I appreciate that, Captain. Thank you.
All right, gentlemen. Timers are synchronized for a -10 interface. See you on the other side.
Here we go. Captain Griff, Captain Griff, please help me.
Oh, my God, Professor.
Skipper, something's happening to the professor.
Buddy, what's wrong?
Oh my God, he's shriveling up. He's dehydrating. I can see his cheekbones. Rainbows. Golden rainbows are spilling out of his eyes.
As Buddy Griff looks on, helpless, Professor Logan Starsmith undergoes a strange and terrifying metamorphosis. An unexplainable transformation that slowly reveals he is neither terrestrial nor humanoid, but is instead an inhabitant of alien worlds. Alien Worlds continues. Returning to Starlab from Timian 3, Delta One has warped through the time-space continuum. A routine hyperdrive procedure normally harmless to both terrestrials and extraterrestrials. But as Buddy Griff looks on in disbelief and John Graydon frantically radios ahead, their passenger, Professor Logan Starsmith, as a result of the warp-through, is undergoing an astonishing transfiguration.
You heard me the first time, Jerry. The professor is changing into some kind of alien life form. Notify Mora and the commissioner, and tell Dr. Rossiter to get down to sickbay and open up the alienology unit. And get us aboard now. Whoever this creature is, he's dying.
Starlab control to all incoming traffic. Hold your positions. We have an emergency. Dr. Rossiter, report to sickbay. Prepare the alienology unit. Starlab to Delta One. Red Vector approach 589er. Bay 14, level C. I'm opening the doors now.
As Delta One orbits into an emergency docking vector with Starlab, another drama unfolds on the distant planet of Nikona, an alien world on the verge of extinction beneath a dying sun. Emperor Mika sits alone in the Imperial Tower of the Nikonian Citadel, awaiting the return of the ship he sent on a desperate mission to another galaxy.
Mika?
What is it, Ariana?
Our recovery ship has returned from Timian 3.
Have the accelerator components been unloaded?
Mika, our ship was able to take only one of the Earth transports. The other one flew out of tractor beam range before we had...
I don't care to listen to any excuses today, Ariana. I ordered both ships to be taken. They weren't. I don't know how much longer I can tolerate having my orders disobeyed.
Mika, please. The life element supply aboard our ship was subcritical. If they had pursued the other transport, they might not have come back at all. I feel they did their best under the circumstances.
I think we have reached a point where what you feel is no longer important, Ariana. First, you convinced me to support Matip's plan, which has obviously failed. Now, you stand there and suggest that failure to carry out a direct Imperial edict is acceptable under the circumstances.
Mika?
Nikona is dying. That is our only reality. And survival by any means possible is our only concern. Disobedience and failure, regardless of the circumstances, are inexcusable, and they have no place in an unforgiving and uncompromising universe.
There was a time when you understood failure.
Was there? I doubt it. What's being done with the crew of the capture transport?
They're being held in the Legionnaires' quarters.
Have them taken to the cells.
No, Mika, I won't. There's no reason to make them suffer your disappointment.
I see. Andros.
Yes, Mika?
Take the crew of the Earthship to the suffocation chambers.
Yes, Mika.
Stop it, Mika! Stop it. I'll have them taken to the cells.
Ignore my order, Andros.
Yes, Mika.
Do you see how useless it is to oppose me, Ariana? I know you think I have become a sadistic tyrant. But I am the Emperor of Nikona, and our situation is desperate. Unlike you, I have no affection for Earthlings, and if I have to execute 10 or 20 or even 1,000 to maintain your obedience to me, I shall do it. I am sorry, Ariana. I never thought it would come to this.
It came to this 2 solar years ago, Mika, when you ordered the construction of the first suffocation chamber.
Meanwhile, on Starlab, Delta One has docked, and the mysterious being Professor Starsmith has become lies near death in Starlab's alienology unit.
Left 1723 UIT. Mark. Right and left lobes are 100%.
What are his chances, Diana?
We won't know until Mycroft finishes analyzing the pathological data. But if his body fluids keep misting out of him like this, he won't last another hour. Sandy?
Yes, Doctor?
How are you coming with the anti-dehydration chamber?
Just a few more minutes.
Captain Griff, you said his eyes were hemorrhaging golden rainbows. How long do they do that?
Well, it all happened so fast. 15, 20 seconds, maybe.
Were his eyes transparent before the hemorrhage or after?
Before. His eyes changed, and then the rainbows just spilled out.
What is it, Diana? You have that look on your face.
The eye phenomena. I've read about it before. Captain Graydon, did you witness any part of the reversal process?
No, I didn't. By the time I got to the passenger deck, Professor Starsmith was gone, and this alien was there, strapped in next to Buddy.
Diana, why does he still have one human hand?
His bioenergy discharged too fast during the reversal to neutralize all the exterior synthetic tissue. It'll disappear if we can get him stabilized.
If? Diana, we've got to. He's the only one who knows where Professor Starsmith is and what this whole incident is all about.
The chamber's ready, Doctor.
Thank you, Sandy. Oh, Sandy, see what you can find in the Alien Medicine Bank on ophthalmic hemorrhage reaction.
I'll call you from the display terminal.
Let's get him into the chamber. Maura, if you'll just open the main chamber.
Children, Siata, Ut, Omitas, Matibsa. I'll miss you, Frank.
Linguistics, it's Dr. Cassidy. I want 2 Omnivox technicians and a portable phonetics decoder in the alienology unit immediately.
Riata, Forma, Anissa. Thank you, Captain Griff.
Buddy, he's talking to you. Why me?
You were the last life form he saw before the transformation.
I don't know what to say to him.
Dr. Rossiter, Sandy, the alien is an inhabitant of the Nikonian Empire.
Kona, of course. Sandy, is the pathological data ready?
It just came up. I'm on my way down with it.
Matibsa. I'll miss you, Captain Griff.
Diana, he's not breathing. Do something.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mara. He's gone.
I'm going to miss you, Frank.
Delta One hyperdrives through the time-space continuum as Professor Logan Starsmith is mysteriously transformed into a being from another galaxy. A creature so badly injured by the warp-through ordeal that Dr. Diana Rossiter, Starlab's executive physician, is unable to save him. And somewhere in the vast reaches of space beyond Starlab, the real Professor Starsmith waits, lost behind one of those countless secret doors that open onto alien worlds. The Starsmith project was based on a story by Ellen Pellicero and written by Ellen Pellicero, Ron Thompson, and Lee Hansen. Associate producer Jeff Allen. Music director Tom Rounds. Engineer Stu Jacobs. Assistant to the producer Laurie Tyler. Technical consultant Peter Sky. Alien Worlds was created, produced, and directed by Lee Hansen and is distributed by Watermark Incorporated. And so, until next time, this is Roger Dressler, inviting you to join us for the conclusion of the Starsmith project on Alien Worlds.